Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to foul the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness.
Oh my god, here we go.
He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Do you think that wheelchair is safe?
Also the bird. He is staying rather calm and collected.
Okay, so like, hear me out. Did they check the wheelchair for blood?
Hear me out. Do the birds qualify as service animals? Am I wrong?
Only the parrot does. I say parrot. Only like cockatiel.
Parakeet? Oh. No, he has a parakeet, doesn't he?
Maybe? I don't know. I'd see
I
again.
thought the yellow one was a parakeet.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think that's a cockatiel. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it a cockatoo?
Mr. Dingling,
It's a bird.
do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
Parrottail or cocky?
What do you mean? Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
I couldn't want to find it because it looks like it reminds me of like I think a cockatiel without a crest.
That's true. I understand what Mr. Wright is trying to say. Oh no, I understand what that Mr. Wright is trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder, of all things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it kind of looks like this to me, but without the little crest.
See?
Maybe it's a
See?
fake bird.
Even a silver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
Also, I made a mistake. This is a cockatoo. The other one's a cockatiel.
She's right, way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
She's Phoenix Wright is a poopy head.
No, that was a kid. See,
He's a poopy head! This Mr.
Examine the bunker!
Yeah, that's what we need to do right now. See. Oh, did you already?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it.
just because a bunch of people say you're wrong doesn't mean you are.
I think that's enough of this little game.
You think this is a game?
I got the doctor's note to
What if the
confirm
monkey
that
did it?
Acro is unable to stand under his own power.
There was actually a
You have to-
psychological thing about this.
That's when I realized, when I went back into Acro's room and took a look at it, the monkey put a trombone, or not a trombone, like he had two brass instruments and one of them was a tuba. So that kind of implies he can lift something heavy.
Nah, it just means that he's using it for armor.
I've seen
Oh,
people
I didn't read that.
My
He is the
bad.
hero we deserve.
Oh.
What?
No, just out.
I tried to rewind it, I couldn't do it. Sorry.
I can hear the defense now.
Acro has an accomplice. Told you.
Acro has an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? No.
No, he just did it by himself. He stabbed him like a joke. He stabbed him with his foot lettuce.
Now, since this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
I said foot lettuce, but I meant
Did
foot
we say
knife.
no?
Yeah.
Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blobbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. And this is right because... Order.
Did they check the wheelchair for blood?
What are you getting at?
He could have ran over the guy.
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Just, he used a rubber band and a thumbtack.
Alright, then let's do it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
I mean, yeah.
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear up something up for me. When the third crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingling?
In the cafeteria, but as a joke.
No. We're just gonna have to go with this. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Eh? What are you, Canadian now?
Yeah.
Acro-
Racist!
You're a racist.
You
Got
can't
him.
do that!
I'm gonna do this to you. Anyone who likes anything should go away forever. Got him. Landmasses do not exist outside of an inaccessible island. This is a fact.
Shut up, you flat earther bitch!
No, the Earth is not flat. It's actually a tetrahedron.
Oh my god.
It's actually a trapezoid.
It's a Tetris block.
Would be.
You got a T spinning into this.
The Russians were right. The Russians were right.
It looks like every single Tetris block
together.
Acro. Okay.
Look at it square.
Okay. Acro
The
wasn't
shape of evil.
Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. There was only one answer to that. Oh, Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
I'd sooner believe the hollow earth theory than flat earthers.
Are you nuts?
What did you say, Mr. What say you, Mr. Dingling? Ugh. Reading. It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it.
You can't say it's interesting, but impossible. Because
Mr. Wright.
interesting is like it could happen.
Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. Okay, I believe you.
It was interesting.
As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
His wheelchair transforms into a Decepticon.
No, they transform into prosthetic legs.
Is his shrieking just portal all over again? He
you've
jumped
got a
out of the window from 3
point.
feet. Not 3 feet. 3 floors.
Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Fight.
For a second I thought you said, it seems you fuck off again. That's right.
She would say that.
The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
Ooh.
Alright. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him?
With a gun.
If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next part of this legal buffet.
What if it was all just smoke and mirrors and he actually killed him like way before, but instead he was just making him look like a puppet, so he walked all the way over there? And there was actually 2 lines, so like he was already dead way before this happened.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here, she's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought.
Watch the health bar be like 1 shot and you fucking die.
Alright. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he killed the ringmaster while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us. Okay, time to enlighten us. As to how Mr. Dingley committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Yeah, we have to present evidence.
Or we could just like kill everyone in the room as a joke.
I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingley use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? Okay, so we have to see what the murder weapon is.
The Nagatama. The silk hat. He did it like freaking Kung Lao.
Yeah.
Fall to Shaolin!
What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in this picture. There's a problem with this picture every time. The bust.
Examine.
The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. I like how they don't even give a description of how
also
heavy it is.
Is it made of jade or brass? I can't tell. Like I say brass. I mean like really,
Bronze?
really, yeah, bronze.
Yeah, I think they say it's bronze.
Really oxidized bronze.
Probably the Japanese version is jade.
Yeah.
So.
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story floor window.
Oh!
Nice.
He had the Trader Red look. Did you notice that? Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
As
See?
everyone knows, Trader Red was actually secretly really bad at Pokemans.
See?
Yeah,
This
only
is how
captured
Acro was
the
able to kill the Ringmaster
Bitch.
with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
You know, I hate this so much that they keep saying bust because I know what it means, but the way he worded that shouldn't have existed.
I know. Order.
Killed by tits.
So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
You remember Pink Ranger from freaking Parody Rangers?
Yeah.
So, what?
You haven't seen that? It was a
Oh
really
wait a
good video.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, Pink Ranger from Parody Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe? I think I might have seen it.
Parody Rangers. What was it? Ling, Ching, Ping, and Frank or something?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Frank.
Okay, yeah, you had to remind me of this video, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
How could you possibly be in a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible!
They filled with a person.
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
That is true.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? What? What up?
You idiot.
Dun 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 dun.
Well,
I didn't use a freaking statue, stupid. I used an anvil.
Acro's at a loss for words.
Wait, I was actually singing the Star Wars theme song. I'm a fucking idiot.
He should be. He knows that I'm getting closer to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't run. Ow!
I thought what you say if I was you, Mr. Phoenix Fights.
Oh, because you said you can't run?
What?
Your Honor, the physical health as a witness is integral to this case.
It's because he can't run.
I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? Von Karma. She's just using his testimony as a ruse to stall for time.
Objection!
There is absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way for once?
I really want like that whole like zoom in thing.
My thing. Yeah. Can't see things my way once in a while.
I want the little like zoom in thing, but in the text box all it says is delete this.
Yeah.
No, put sample text.
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you. That woman will sink to any low to win a case. Yeah?
Did you make fun of him because he was a cripple, though?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I mean, I think that's also abridging, like, their rights. You can't really make fun of them in the court.
Yeah, but hear me out. What if he got stuck in quicksand? Would you have to save him from with the wheelchair, or would you pull him out of the wheelchair?
No, the wheelchair already sunk in there. He's gone.
What are you talking about? He had to have it surgically removed.
But how do you surgically remove it if it's stuck in the quicksand?
You're the one who...
You're the one who said it! You
No,
explain!
He wasn't in the quicksand when he got it surgically removed, though.
And then it just falls in the quicksand and he crawls out of it.
Well, then he's still stuck in the quicksand.
No, he can get out of it.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
Have you ever been in a wheelchair?
Yes, I have, you ass. 3 times in my life.
You got it surgically removed 3 times.
I hate you.
Oh my god. Oh.
It sucked, too.
Oh, okay.
You know what else sucks? A person sucking on a lollipop.
True.
I'm being able to. Okay, I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust.
Prove it right now!
I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat. Only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking down out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body.
You got the monkey to do it.
That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
You got the monkey to do it.
No monkey could tell him, like, if he's there.
I've no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and carry it over to the window. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Not have known, you say?
A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
You got the monkey.
I have no opinion. I think I still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
You know, I was trying to remember that monkey's name, and I thought it was Big Penny for a second.
No, it's Mooney.
Yeah, I know, it was Mooney. I was like,
Big Penny.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, there's no way it's Big Penny.
Big Penny.
Oh, I wanted to.
That's
Right. She was saying, he's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
display. She just did it earlier.
Yeah.
I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus.
You know, that would have been the perfect time to say no you, and it would have actually worked. Just like, no you! And then immediately keep going.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it with my own two hands.
Yeah, he wouldn't be lying because the monkey did it.
I shouldn't. But I should get into it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this.
He already admitted that money can do it.
Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before. There you go.
He just admitted that money can do more than he can.
How the hell can a little ass monkey lift that up?
It looks more like a chimp, but okay.
It's not a chimp. Chimps aren't brown.
You're not brown.
Chimps are not brown. Excuse me?
Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingley.
Got him.
Oh, I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat.
Get memed on.
So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training.
Bullshit! Look at you!
I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope.
See, he got one of those little programs that helps him get ripped fast.
You don't say. He takes that
Little belt that goes.
what is it
Yeah.
called? What is it called? That
The Fit Me belt, or whatever the hell it's called.
He's just on a protein diet.
Yeah, he eats only protein.
Your protein diet sucks. It sucks so bad.
But freaking, there's this like drink that's supposed to be like a super body,
He's wearing anchor arms.
or something. I don't know.
Freaking does like the freaking hidden lotus jutsu and shit.
You don't say.
Flings him around, beats up Phoenix Shrine.
But no offense, I'm not worried about.
seal, open!
Oh yeah.
Trying to do that with anchor arms.
Yeah.
You just
Anchor arms.
they just burst like balloons.
Wait,
Yeah.
this is how he walks around. He just gets his anchor arms and walks on his hands.
Yeah. No, but no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Oh my god.
Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Bite.
I wouldn't lose either, Slowpoke. I mean, Nick. Whoa. How did this discussion return to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear.
But okay, but is he an actual bear or no? But okay, so like, was it Leaf Whirlwind or Leaf Hurricane the one where he like grabs the guy and slams him into the floor?
That's Hidden Lotus.
Oh, Hidden Lotus. Okay.
Yeah, I was right.
Which one's Leaf Hurricane?
Leaf Whirlwind and Leaf Leaf Hurricane are both kind of spinning kick moves.
Okay, one's just shorter than the other.
One of them is Rock Lee spins high and kicks high, and then in case the opponent ducks, it turns right around and spin kicks low.
And then the other one is like Liu Kang's giant flying kick, the dragon flying kick. It's like that. No, I'm serious. It's pretty much that.
Okay, but hear me out. Which one's the, what was it? Ledge Hop Double Laser or whatever it's called? Super Ledge Hop Double Laser, yeah. There's a joke here I know you guys don't understand.
Why would you set the joke?
Because there's one person who may be watching that understands exactly what this thing is.
Hooray to that one person. That's going to be you later.
It's not me, actually!
It's not him.
Oh my god.
And why is
It's the...
and
it's,
and why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself.
I thought the green bird was like an arrow for a second. I was like, wait, what?
I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown the bust out the window.
You didn't need to throw it, you just have to push it.
What do you mean you can't get feelings back in your leg? So he's not completely paralyzed.
No, he just has a sprained ankle.
And I guess he's been recovering for months now? Or, I don't know, I forgot how long he's been
It
recovering.
wasn't a sprained ankle.
It was a severely sprained ankle. It was so sprained the bone came out of his leg.
That doesn't mean it's sprained.
Oh my god,
That means
there's
you
no way I
fucking
could have
broke your bone out of your skin.
No, hear me out. So like, his ankle, right? It's like not broken or anything, and it's not like splintered or anything. It's just
But
out of his skin.
The bone is protruding out. It's not shattered. It's nothing. That's
Yeah.
like a severe case of dislocation.
How long do you think your recovery will take, especially after that?
2 seconds.
I dislocated my spine out my brain.
Don't worry, it'll get better.
You have to remember that the nerves were severed. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation,
See, he's actually a Mortal Kombat character.
but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%.
I sprained my hip bone out of my nostril. Preferably my left one.
He actually has 300 ribs.
let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window.
I like how they're still on the carrying the bus part when it's obviously the monkey.
It's stupid how it's a monkey though.
To know the location of the ringmaster's head.
It's a really big monkey.
Why do you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see it up below the window? Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this? If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only if I could prove so. If only if I could prove somehow.
Objection, you see this monkey.
That acro threw... Oh, that acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
Did you just leave everything to the monkey?
I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Thus it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? A little